All right, Fabbo listeners, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you so much for having me in your earbuds today. This is episode 99, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about a phrase, or rather a two-word question that if we could start putting it into action and actually get in the habit of using it, what it could do for our life, for our business, and the impact and the change, basically in anything that we do. Those two words are what if. Now, those are fairly simple words. And I know a lot of times on this podcast, I hear from many of you that I talk about things and share things with you, sometimes off topics that you send in. And I know that it's easier said than done. I am living proof that the walk that I walk and the talk that I talk, I can't always follow what I say with you, and I stumble myself. And every once in a while, that self doubt creeps up. There's times when I work on this podcast or when I'm getting ready to come up and speak that I will say to people, I'm working on a project and I'm stuck and I'm stumbled and I'm just wondering if it's the right thing I should be talking about. That's the doubt. The doubt is what I should be talking about and how I should be talking about it. And is it a message that somebody needs to hear? And we all go through those areas and those seasons and those days in our lives where we're wondering, man, am I making impact? What am I doing this for? And the what ifs start creeping in. What if I don't make this work out? Or what if this next project is wrong? What if I don't get that next job? What if? And it's so easy to fall into a habit of letting that what if start running us. So what if we could take these simple phrases and we use it with intention? Because they hold the power to transform our mindset, our business, and our life, as I mentioned. What if is more than just a question. It really is an invitation to expand beyond your limits and to break through those self-imposed barriers and those walls that we all put up around ourselves. What if we could start thinking about what if and create new possibilities? The world is so noisy. It's a repeat subject here on the podcast. We have got to learn to be our biggest fans. We have got to be our biggest hero. We've got to believe in ourselves and trust in ourselves that whatever is going to happen, we went at it with all blood, sweat, tears, guts, and our heart. And we leave it wherever it is, the field, the venue space, the job you just finished, the project you wrapped up. Because what is the worst that can happen? We might succeed. We might make an impact on somebody else's life. We might help somebody else get unstuck. We might help somebody else see a new light. We might help somebody else believe in themselves so they can continue to serve. And look at that circle of possibility that we keep believing and we keep creating, because we are out here doing what is the worst that can happen might just be the best thing that has happened to us. Not what if I take this chance and I fail? What if nothing else comes along? Let's start putting into place for this upcoming year and just start getting in the habit of what if? What if I tried A, B, C, and D and I got a fantastic Fabbo F, right? Something created, something was wonderful. But also, what if I tried this and it didn't work out? What did we learn from that? But what if you don't try something at all? What if you don't share a conversation? What if you don't introduce yourself to somebody else? What happens if we don't take those steps and put ourselves out there and, yes, become vulnerable? And again, easier said than done. Let's start shifting what if into a possible thing of an outcome that we want to happen. We're shifting our mindset. We're getting away from that what if as a woes place. Starting with the mindset behind what if we get stuck in our routines, and sometimes we get stuck in our beliefs, and we get stuck in those limiting doubts and those things that all of a sudden we're not capable of, or we start telling ourselves we're not worthy of. Let's change that into what all we can achieve by our definition. We say to ourselves, what if somebody doesn't like what I'm going to do? What will the industry say? What happens if I don't make this this idea or this design? Or what if I don't make the top 10 of something? What if others don't like what I'm working on? We need to stop doing that. We need to serve ourselves so that we can serve others. And I'm not talking about being conceited and overly confident. I'm talking about believing in yourself and changing the what if to just going and doing it and seeing the best outcome that can happen. Because when you say things to yourself like, I can't, that's too hard, or I'm not ready, man, when are we ever going to be ready? I've said it myself in this podcast. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But what if Oprah called and said, come on my podcast tomorrow? I want to do a series about you. Or what if somebody called and said, hey, we need somebody to write a new book, and we've been following your content, or we've seen you around and we think you have something valuable to share. Will you share your story? Be open to the possibilities of what if. So be ready to take on that challenge of what if and shift it into what can I do? Stop thinking of I can't. Stop thinking of this won't succeed. This is going to be a fail. None of those things are true. What if none of those things were true? What if opens up a ream of possibilities. It can shift the focus from limitations to opportunities. It can change from fear to curiosity. It's a mindset shift that takes us from I can't to maybe I can to I can and I will. Every big accomplishment, every breakthrough, every thing that you've imagined, if you sit back and look at everywhere you've been and all the things that you've done, highs, lows, middles, messy, all the stuff, to where you are right now, think about those things. Think about every one of those things and that they were a reality. What you've accomplished now is a reality because it started with the courage of you taking the first step, of you going, I think I can do that, to what if I started this? Maybe you started your business because there was something missing in the industry that you're in, and you knew you had something to fill a void. What if turned into what you're doing now? That power of positive, the power of positive, my friends, take the power of what ifs. Imagine if we can turn our what ifs towards positivity and instead of what if equals fail. I want you to really try, what if I succeed beyond my wildest imagination instead of what if they judge me? I want you to try, what if they're inspired by my story? By continuously choosing positive what ifs and what if questions, you can start to reprogram your mind and you'll start seeing the potential instead of obstacles. And my friends, you will probably start seeing what others already see in you. Trust me when I tell you, there are 1 million people in the world that are just waiting to find you. Somebody needs what you offer, your talents, your gifts. And just as many people that need your services are those that say you'll never make it. Why would you want to do that? Come on. Is that really a career? My gosh, you barely work. What is it that you do? That's a job. Stop worrying about all those people because that fear is their fear, not you. Believing in yourself and knowing that you're going to make an impact and you're going to make a difference and you're going to define success by your definition and on your terms and on your timeline. That's the positivity of what if. And that is the courage that it takes to ask, what if? So I'm going to give you some reflective questions for some mindset shifting. I want you to think about these what if questions and use them to inspire your journey. Now, if you're driving, you can come back and get this, from show notes and things like that. And I'll have a little worksheet to go along with it. But I want you to start thinking, and then I want you to start saying out loud. We love the affirmations, right? I believe that an affirmation is not going to bring you $1 million, but I believe if you believe in your ability to do so, whatever financial that you need will come your way. Because again, what is yours is meant for you and nobody can take it. Your gifts are meant to be shared. You can't hide them. what you know how to do and how you know how to do it. You can't hide behind those friends. They're there to be shared. And it's okay to make a profit off them. Profit, purpose, and joy. You can have all of these. So I want you to start saying to yourself, what if I took a chance on myself? What if I could learn from every failure? What if I could create a business that brings me both joy and purpose along with profit? What if I let go of needing everything to be perfect? What if I just start taking the first steps and continue to move forward with progress over perfection? Take a moment to journal on these questions. Sometimes the simple effect of exploring these what if questions will bring a new perspective, something fresh, something that might just reignite your drive. Embracing the unknown of asking what if doesn't mean that you're going to get all the answers or that it's foolproof or that it is the be all end all blueprint you should follow. Sometimes what if is all about embracing that unknown. It's about being okay with not exactly how things are right now, how you might see them unfold, but trusting that when you take that first step, when you take that first leap, when you start talking to yourself in a positive manner, when you start making yourself a priority and believing that you are worthy of every piece of abundance that comes into your life. And sometimes, my friends, you're worthy of what's coming in that might be a distraction because it's meant to put you back on the path of getting to the best version of yourself. The role of what if is in innovation and growth. Think about any great innovation, any great product, or any business success story that you read or aspire to. Literally, almost all of them started with a what if. That person asked that question. What if? They may have also asked, what's the worst that can happen? But they had the mindset to know that the worst that can happen would be success on some level. It might have been the first door to open to a research. It might have been the first notes on a piece of paper to a test that leads us to finding a cure for something. It might have been the first, what's the worst that can happen if I take all these notes and somebody puts them together and they figure out a way to build a more sustainable world? And in the event industry and in small business, the worst that can happen is if we put what we know how to do and how to do it on paper and we have our notes and then we start putting them to action and people start seeing them in action, then we share that kindness and we share our knowledge and we really do try to make the world a better place because we want to be the change for the change that we see. So those what ifs start with you. Your story starts with what if. And if we would start with if we tried something new today and we start working on it, who knows where that story might take us in a few years. Because when you're brave enough and have the courage to share your story, you also instill in others the power for them to believe in their story. Right? If we tried something new, what if we just started? What if we challenged the norm? What if we challenge what's going on in industry? What if we challenge what's going on in technology? What if we challenge what we see around us in the world and we just want to be different enough to make a change? The change that we want to see, we need to put into place. What if we were that change? What if the what if was the doorway that led you to innovation, to growth, to the unexpected? What if it led to success beyond what you imagined? What if it sent you on a journey to the best version of yourself, and along the way, you helped so many people find the best version of themselves? That's success, my friends. By your definition, by you sharing your gifts, by you sharing your talents, by you sharing your story. What if is a positive phrase. Let's start using it as that doorway to open up all kinds of opportunities. Consider how this might look in your own life. Maybe it's a new approach in your business, a creative project that you've been wanting to start, or a different way of engaging with your clients or your customers, a new way to speak to them that somebody's not doing right now. Don't be afraid to take the chance. What if what you want to implement serves your business in such a way that your profits grow? You can hire others that might be needing work. You can give others that start that you are lucky to have right now because you've worked hard. Luck plays a role because we take action. Imagine being able to put into action. What if you put into action a new implement plan for client relationships or a client experience that allows you to hire 2 or 3 more people? Then those 2 or 3 people can shine and they do what they do best. And then it grows and it continues. See the positive ripple effect what if can have? So I want you to think about what if as has the power to keep you curious, adaptable, and open to new possibilities. I want to share with you 7 ways to use what if for transformation. Turn doubts into possibilities. Replace those limiting beliefs with expansive questions. Instead of what if I'm not good enough, I want you to start saying to yourself, what if I have everything that I need right now to succeed? Right here. I have the tools in my toolbox, mindset, confidence, and other things that I know how to do that nobody else knows how to do. I have me, myself, and I, my Fabbo superpowers. Challenge your comfort zone. Use what if to stretch yourself. Example, what if I tried something I've never done before? This will challenge what you already know and will help you lead to new skills, insight, and again, grow that confidence. Reframe fear of failure. Instead of fearing failure, I want you to ask yourself, what if every setback is just that stepping stone to success that I didn't even know was waiting for me? This mindset alone can change your relationship with risk and failure. Visualize your best case scenario, asking yourself, what if everything went better than I even imagined? Visualize the best case scenario just makes you more excited and motivated to take action. See it, believe it. If I can see it, I can be it. If it is seen, then I know I can do it. If I see somebody else doing it, then I know it's possible for me to do it. So asking yourself, what if everything went better than I imagined? Then I want you to ask, what if for a creative solution? If you get stuck in a problem, or you can't see past the drawings, or you can't see past the line, or there's just a project that you're stuck in, I want you to say, what if in daily life, like, what if I focus on one task today in this project that's giving me trouble? What if I just broke it down into small pieces? What if I did one task today on the solution that can help me get from here to there? What if I just tackled one task at a time? Then build that towards what if question that will align with that goal. What if these one task I focus on started giving me the bigger solution? And therefore the task that you're having problem with, you start seeing it in a new light. It gives you that new perspective because instead of looking at the whole thing with a negative Nancy, you're looking at it in small pieces and you're conquering. That boosts of confidence because you're solving problems one bite at a time. Then I want you to think about, reflect, and celebrate. At the end of each day, maybe, take a few moments to write down what you've done, especially at the end of each week. What if I acknowledge my progress and celebrate my small wins? What if I did that? This will help you break out of routine and really start having you think of, look at all the things I got done today and I never thought I was going to get done. What if I thought? What if I imagined? What if I did? What if I looked at? Think about that at the end of the week, recognizing the progress, no matter how small, is enforcing and reinforcing your growth mindset. Moving forward with what if. as you move forward. Keep asking yourself, what if, with intention? What if? What if? Keep asking that with intention. Allow it to guide you toward action, possibility, and new perspectives. Remember, friends, every plan, every dream, every breakthrough, every transformation starts with the right mindset. And that mindset has to be believing in yourself and also with that simple two words, what if? So my Fabbo friends, as we're on episode 99, let's commit to asking more what if in our lives and our business. And let's start asking what ifs of others as well. What if I collaborate with that person and we create a new product, or we create a new system, or what if that collaboration turns into something you might have been struggling with on your own, but what if the possibilities to work with somebody else was just what you needed to define success in a new way? Let's challenge the doubts and step into the unknown and open up the incredible possibility that's ahead. Embrace the power of what if to guide you through the life's roller coaster ride. It is an up and down and ebb and flows. What if you're on this roller coaster with a positive mindset, ready to do positive things in your life and your business to commit to being the change that you want to see? And remember that you have everything that you need, friends. When you create your life in a business that lights you up, gives you purpose, and you feel you are serving the toolbox, the tools in your toolbox, confidence and mindset, the rest will follow. Leading with empathy, leading with kindness, and leading with an open heart. And serving, knowing that you are sharing your gifts to the best of your ability, while you are knowing that progress over perfection on this journey is going to help you get. What if you took those first steps? So until next time, episode 100, a big milestone here. What if I would have never started this podcast? I could have not reached episode 100. So my friends, that's what I have for you today. Stay curious, stay positive, stay true to yourself. You're focused, you're authentic, you're brave and you're bold, and you're open to these possibilities. I can't wait to see what if starts making an impact in all of your lives and your business. That's what I got, my friends. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being Fabbo. Until next time, my friends.